Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the PhD coursework in the field Faculty of Commerce. So this course is designed to equip with the essential tools and techniques which is required to conduct the rigorous and impactful research in the field of commerce. As doctoral students, your ability to undertake independent research is important to your academic and professional growth. So, in this course, we will delve into the fundamental principle of research, explore the various research methodologies, and gain hands on experience in the data collection, data analysis, data interpretation. So, our focus will be on applying these methods to address the complex challenges and contribute to the existing body of knowledge in the field of commerce. So, the today's topic is on e-resources and EPWRE. So, I want to give the brief introduction of today's guest, Dr. Ashwa. So, first of all, welcome, sir. So, Dr. Ashwa is an econometrician and a monetary economist. He teaches statistics and econometrics, so research methodology and monetary economics. Advised students on their project work and loves using Stata, that is STATA, e-views, SPSS, and Excel while delivering the lectures and giving students hands-on experience in the classroom. Dr. Ashwa has been using data from various surveys done by the National Statistical Survey Organization. So, in his teaching, in the last few years, he has been working extensively on the periodic labor force survey, time use survey, annual survey of industries, Indian Human Development Survey, multiple indicator survey, and many more. So his research area is resource economics, and his research work is primarily empirical based on the extensive surveys where the sample size run from 200 sample to 1 lakh sample. He is guiding 8 research scholars on the various topics related to the women's labor force participation, social security in India, growth and value share debate, human resource issues in Indian Railway, economics of inequality, district development planning in Maharashtra, impact of alcohol prohibition, and so on. So various organizations have invited Dr. Ashwa to conduct the faculty development program, symposium, workshops, talk shows, panel discussion, refresher courses, and orientation courses. Dr. Ashwa has worked as an associate dean of academics and currently working as a controller of examination and also oversees NEP implementation at the Gokhale Institute. So he is a life member of the Indian Econometric Society, the Rajasthan Economic Association, the Input Output Research Association, and the Indian Society of Labor Economics. In 2017, he was conferred the Best Professor in Econometrics, awarded by the Business School Affairs and Divang Mehta National Education Awards. Now, I would like to request Dr. Ashwa to share some knowledge on e-resources and EPWRF. Sir, I request you to start your presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Lord. Just one correction, because this is how the tone comes over there. It is Asawa, not Aswa, but TK. It's okay. I can understand that.
Okay,
Second
okay,
one,
okay.
no issue.
It's my mistake.
No. Please, don't. I just want to correct it. Somebody has raised the hand. I don't know. It is by mistake or what is it? Asha.
No, it's by mistake.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
हेलो हाँ
Uh,
बोलो
I don't know about the what other courses we have till date we have completed. So I will take it like I'm starting from the scratch and
काहीच
we will
प्रॉब्लेम
discuss on
नाहीये
that.
तुम्ही जॉईन
I'm
व्हाल
very
आता
much
जॉईन आहे
comfortable in
वाटतं
English, Hindi, Marathi. I
हां
can understand, but
तुमचं
I
नेट
will not
कनेक्शन
try
एकदा
to
चेक
speak it
करा
out. Although I have been in Pune last almost 17 years, but could not pick the language speaking, but understand everything. So anybody having any question anytime, I will be very happy to answer. And please repeating again, language is not at all a bar. Anybody has any question in any language, please ask it. One of my we can say colleague is also joined over here, Santoshi Rajguru. She has been working with me, and whatever the when we talk about the data, so she is my, I will say, right hand, and she just uh, get the work done for me for any type of data. So before go ahead, can I have one name as a volunteer with whom I can discuss? Santoshi, can you just switch off your mic, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anybody can share their name as a volunteer for me, because there will be. I will try my best to make this session as interactive. I know that after lunch, for me as well as for other participant attending this lecture, which mm, basically on time series, which Dr. Lord has talked about that. We are going to discuss about time series. So anyone volunteer can just share their name so that I can be in touch with them. And when I will be sharing my screen, I know that I will not be able to see what is going behind. And somebody has raised the hand, so they can help me out. So one name, anybody can come up?
Chinmay Jain.
Chinmay. Okay. Am I correct, Chinmay? If name pronunciation is correct, na?
Sir, it's Chinmay.
Chinmay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Chinmay, ma'am. So I will be just keep the name with me. Okay, so let's start with you, Chinmay, ma'am. When we talk about e-resources, what is generally comes in your mind when we your means your classmate, etc. When I talk it about, sorry, I will just close my WhatsApp messages before get
Sir,
disturbed.
e-resources, what do I understand by e-resources is generally what we get on internet
Okay.
and different apps we are using like for data analysis and all.
Can you just give me
And
one name or
recently,
two where the data analysis, any app you are using, ma'am? You or your
so actually
employer?
I have learned SPSS once, but right now I'm not using any specific.
Don't worry, I'm not going to ask any question. Don't worry. I'm just trying to understand it. Don't worry. SPSS, then anybody
And
else?
recently, sir, AI apps are also there to help us, right?
AI app. I don't know about this AI app.
Like
AI is a technology.
ChatGPT and all.
It is AI. It is not app. It is basically technology we are using it. Based on AI technology, some app would have been created. Okay. Anything else? I hope again this raised hand has been raised by Asha madam. You have any question for me, or again it is by mistake?
So it may be by mistake, I guess.
Okay. ठीक है. And we have almost to consensus. Vedika. Again, I don't know why these messages are going ahead, and so I'm not going to take those messages if it is not related with our subject. Second part, we have almost like 54. So if I exclude me and Santoshi, there are 52 participants, and if I correctly understand, all have enrolled for the PhD, and it is a pre-course PhD. So, and all are from commerce, or we somebody is from economics as well here. Anybody from economics or other than commerce, or all are
Commerce
commerce?
and
All are
management students are
Commerce
there.
and management.
all are commerce and management. Thank you, Vedika ma'am. Okay. So when we talk about the topic which has been given to me, e-resources, so I'm not sure how I'm going to use this term to discuss this matter. So what I will start first with about the second part, the EPWRF India time series. Again, please friends, when we talk about time series, I'm not sure how many of you are comfortable with that. Anybody is comfortable with time series, or anybody has done in that area work? Anybody has understood, undergone as a training or as a subject matter in their undergraduate, postgraduate level? Anyone? I just want to understand the
No, sir.
no. Okay. So when it is no, I don't know how to react it. Because when we talk about the time series, the naturally we need to. Sorry, I have. Sorry, office. Sorry, although I am on leave, but my office continues, so I may be a little bit of getting disturbed in between. Okay, so what we were talking about, the time series, and if we are not having any idea about time series, I think that I should start about discussing what time series. So any idea about when we talk about different types of data, because this EPWRF is specifically, yeah, please raise the hand. Yeah, Krishna madam. Sorry. I have to sign terms on document and coming back.
नाही दिसत आहे.
दिसतंय हे बघ, रेकॉर्ड चालू आहे हे बघ.
पण तुझं तर बंद आहे की.
दिसते तू. आता गप्प बस. कपडे आणू.
कर ना, 1-2 मिनिटं चालू कर. कर आहे 1-2 मिनिटं फक्त चालू कर ना.
अरे अन्विता, तसलं नाही आणि पाठवायचं. अरे तिने हे पाठवले ग्रुपवर, मला कॅमेरा ऑन करायला सांगितलं आणि हे पाठवले. तसलं नाही पाठवायचं. अनु
नाही जमलं मला.
तिला जयंत तिथलं औषध आहे का नाही फ्रीजवरचं, ते जेवणाच्या आधी नंतर देऊ आपण, वाढवू तिला औषध. ते देत नव्हतो ना आपण.
I'm extremely sorry. Sorry for, but can't help on that. Okay, so somebody has raised the hand regarding giving the answer about the types of data when we talk about time series data. But time series analysis needs a specific type of data. So any idea about the data when we talk about? I'm not going to teach you the data, which whatever the thing I did, I just want to explain it.
Just like
Anyone has any idea about the types of data so that I can go to the
तू थांबतो का तिच्या
time
बरोबर
series
तिथं?
data or time series,
कळलं
because
तरी काय करते काय
EPWRF
नाही.
is basically a data
परवा ते
which talks
थांबण्यापेक्षा आज
about
थांबलेलं
time
बरं नाही.
series.
परवा
Any
लय
idea,
वेळ
please,
जातो, आज
friends?
कळतं तरी कसं करतंय कसं नाही.
Because many of you are from management and commerce, statistics, everybody would have done. And there we use types of data. Without that, we can't start any analysis itself. We can't think of statistics. Are? Someone please. Again, what will happen? Otherwise, I will just go through and I will show you what is time series, how the data looks like in EPWRF time series, and how to download it again. Because you people are not having any access to that data set. Practice is not possible. It will become a like one way where I will be just continuously speaking around, showing you on some PPT, and that's all. Primary and secondary Vedika. Correct, ma'am. Primary and secondary data. What else?
Qualitative and
Nominal,
quantitative data.
discrete,
Correct. Correct. This is
discrete,
what.
continuous,
Correct. Perfectly. Qualitative, quantitative. Nominal, ordinal. Correct. Correct. हाँ, तो मतलब we have some idea about data, but friends, when we talk about these, the okay, let me put like this: discrete. Yeah, I got the point. Discrete, continuous, qualitative, quantitative, etc. But when we talk about this, so we generally handle data in different way. When we have those techniques means techniques which needs a particular type of data. So there are some data set which is known as a time series data. There are some data set known as a cross section data. And when we talk about cross section and time series together, we talk about the panel data. These are the three data sets generally in econometrics we use. And I hope you might be aware about the subject known as econometrics, which actually depend on this data set we decide upon, okay, I'm going to work on cross section, am I going to work on time series, or am I going on to the panel data? So have you heard about this different types of distribution of data? Repeating again: discrete, continuous, you know about it; qualitative, quantitative, you know about it; nominal data, ordinal data, uh, syntaxis, time series. Abhay, yes, good example. So Abhay, can you just explain what do you mean here as a syntax known as a time series? Just try to, just again, please, if you can, else I will try to make it understand. Abhay?
So I will try to explain in a very simple way the
Uh-huh.
data which is taken periodically, let's say every day, every
Okay.
hour, every minute, or every second.
Mhm.
As we know, Nifty or Sensex, these are the indicators or
Correct.
indexes. Okay,
Correct.
they are periodically monitored and informed to the audience or to the
Correct.
people in front. Yeah,
Abhay, thank you very much. And this is a really
thank
very,
you,
very
sir.
simple and but direct information which we are getting over here. Any
Thank you.
data set which is depend on, which talks about time involved there, is known as a time series data. So when Abhay discuss about it, okay, let's say we are talking about okay, per second how prices are changing. So now my one term is what? My variable is price, but I am taking the data set over the period. I can talk about a price of Reliance Petroleum RPL, or let's say some share. Any Adani is the easiest way to remember because this is how it is in the market. There are so many share data, share price we can have, or different shares we have over the period. When we talk about time, कि पिछले 2 सालों में कितना प्राइस बढ़ा है, तो we know that we have every day data with us, we have every quarter data with us, we have every second data with us. So this is basically a time series data we talk about. Now you can ask the question, okay, what is different in time series and other two data set? So Abhay has given me the example of time series data, which it means when I collect the information over the period, time horizon is there, which is important for me. I talk about time series data. What about the cross section data? Any idea? Cross.
So is it a data cross section means of different groups, I guess?
Correct, correct. Yes, you are right in direction, let's say. Can you more elaborate it, please? Data collection in
Like
different period?
we have done data collection of different groups in same time, or
Correct.
we have
Correct.
in a single time period.
Correct. Absolutely correct. When we collect information at a given point of time, it is a cross section data. So let's say we are sitting over here and you ask, okay, what is your income level? As of today, we all 56 people are sitting over here, 60 people sitting here. I collect the data of income and I will say, as on 28 or 13th August, This is the income of these many people sitting over here. Is a cross-section data. And I will come to know here, I have collected data from gender perspective. I have a male and female. I have a people from the different background. Different background means I have a people from the commerce background. I have a people from the management background. So what I'm collecting information at a given point of time. The moment I take a given point of time, I say data is of cross-section data. So if I collect data about you, your age, your income, your family, as of now, today, I'm talking about cross-section data. At the same time, if I ask you, okay, everybody here, on an average, how much income they are having in a year, every day, somebody is working like a self-employment, because we are salaried people, so our salary comes in a particular day. But you will find people like lawyers are there. They do not get the salary, they get the salary income as per the cases they get. A pani puri wala, the income every day is different. When I talk about over the period any information, I'm talking about time series. And friends, when I combine these two information together, can collecting data over the period across the section, it means I'm working on panel data. Another name is longitudinal data. Okay, I'm talking about longer period across the section. So this is how we have a three different types of data. And remember, friends, each data set creates a arm of econometrics. So we have a cross-section econometrics, we have time series econometrics, and we have a panel data econometrics. So I hope you understand that when I'm using a particular type of data, there are different theories behind it, different tools are available, different analysis is possible. At the same time, something which is possible with the cross-section data can't be worked with the time series. Something is possible with the time series, we can't work for the panel data. So it means what we have to understand beforehand, what is the data set we are handling. I hope this particular aspect is clear to everyone. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, I will take one sample as a Siley ma'am. Okay, this she's talking about behalf of everyone. So everybody. So now I'm coming back. So what we are going to discuss today, we are going to discuss about the different e-sources. We will take it in secondary part because it will be more depending on your questions, which type of data you are looking for. Based on that, I can give you the answer. I will try my best with the help of Santoshi sitting over there, because we worked a lot on the different types of data. Okay, so let's start with, okay, number one. Number two, how many have seen the EPWRF time, India time series website? Anybody has seen that? Anybody is aware about it? Or by chance somebody has used it? Okay, silence means nobody has used it. So what I try to do over here, because I have been using this data set, and when you keep on using the data set, you become comfortable and you feel that whatever things are there is
जयंता
very easy.
त्या
What I
पूनम
did over
मॅडमचा
here,
मेसेज
I
आलाय का
just
तुला?
contacted the EPWRF person,
त्या
and I
अबॅकसचा
asked them, okay, let's say if you have to sell your product to those people who are not aware about it, your product, you would be having some PPT prepared for them. And I hope you, as a people from commerce and management, when we have to sell a product, a PPT has to be so lucid that everybody should understand. So as the person who has been working in this, sometimes we skip many information. We feel that everybody would be knowing it. So keeping that in my mind, I requested them to provide me one
15
PPT from
तारखेला
there.
अनुचा क्लास
So
10
I
ते
got the
12:30 आहे
PPT. I
अबॅकसचा.
went to the PPT and made small
ठीक आहे.
changes wherever
त्यानंतर
was
त्यांनी
possible.
पुन्हा मेसेज
So
टाकलेला
what
आहे
I am
आणि
doing over here, I'm
19/8/24
now there is a
फोन
dilemma for me.
करायचा आहे तर इव्हिनिंगला
Should I
4
first
ते
talk about
6:30 चालेल
a
का?
time
प्लीज
series
रिप्लाय.
little bit more, or should I
हां.
first show you
दुपारी
what
करायचंय
type of
4 ते
data would be
6:30
available over
तरी
here?
फोनवर ये बघ आणि
Anybody can, Chinmay ma'am, you can
17
just
18
suggest me,
नसेल मग मे
should
बी
I discuss
15ला
little
घेतायत
bit
म्हटल्यावर
about time
17
series
18
first
नसेल.
and then show you the
हां.
how to download the data? Or
19
should I show
तारखेला
directly the how to download the
4
data
ते
and what
6:30
type of
चालेल
data
का
would be available over
संध्याकाळी?
there? Can you just suggest me, please?
मग सांगते मग.
Sir, if you will give a few examples, it will be really easy for
Examples?
us to
हा.
understand.
I will not go over theory. Thank you, ma'am. I will directly, Vedita, ma'am, this time explain time series. Okay. I know, I hope you better understand time series econometrics is a course we teach
She has a school
in 120 hours. So I hope you understand the vastness of the topic. What I will try,
after
first I will show you, look what data you are
from 6
having in
p.m.
time series name.
at Monday evening.
And then once you see the data,
नाही आधी
I
हे
will
एक
come
चार्ट
back
टाकून
and try to match with the
Enter
theory
कर, हाँ.
behind it. Okay, because teaching
टाकायचं.
time series in half an hour is near to impossible, and I will not be justifying my discussion.
6 p.m.
So let me share my screen first,
possible
and
for her.
someone of you let me know why it is visible.
ह्याचं काय आहे हे?
हे 15 तारखेला 10 ते 12:30 आहे. 15 ऑगस्टला
15 ऑगस्टला
10 ते 12:30.
कसं सांगतो तेव्हा आपण तिला बोललो असं शाळेत तर?
मी तेच परवा दिवशी म्हणत होते. तुम्ही म्हटलं हो असं नसतं तसं नसतं, माझ्याशी वाद घातला.
फक्त आत्ताच बोलणं काय झालं ते?
अरे आजच्या आज नाही, मी परवा सांगितलं होतं जयंता असं आहे ते.
हो वाद कशाला पुढचं बोलतो वादात फक्त तेवढंच बोलत काय त्याला दाखल आपल्याला कसं जमणार खरंच म्हणते तुला तिकडे घेऊन जायचं तिकडून आणायचं कसं.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So this is the front page of EPWRF India time series. I hope in red color you can read this is EPWRF, and India time series has been given in the black word. The full term when we say this EPWRF ITS India time series. So I hope you can understand when
Hello?
somebody is producing a product which is purely on time series will have a market.
कुठे हो?
When market happens when you have
बर
different types of data set available to you. So what is the best way? It is
Bar.
not free. First of all, you have to take the subscription of the EPWRF time series data.
हा.
It is not very costly, but it is not cheap as well. The pricing part I can't reveal
मला ना
because they might have a
किती
different
वाजता
pricing
जाता तुम्ही?
strategy for the different types of institution, or quite possible they may have
बर
this
बर.
benefits based on the number of subscribers. So we as a Gokul
फोर्थ
Institute,
सॅटरडे
we
कधी
are
येते? एकच
privileged in
मिनिट.
that way. Our institute provides this data set to us, and it has
बर
been with
मला
us.
आधी फोन करा मग.
So
किंवा मग
this
सकाळी जाता
is
जाता
the
कुठून जाता
first
तुम्ही?
screen which you are going to see when you will have your data set. I could have gone online to show all this thing, but many of the
हा
time
हा इथून जातो
online
तुम्ही.
creates trouble. So today when I was trying to, I am not able to
बर
access
बर
my
ठीक आहे.
account, and that happens due to some either internet issue
हा.
or sometime it is a IP, because these are IP based. When you are not in the inside the institute, sometimes
टेबलला
it
सिरियल
doesn't.
नंबर टेबल
So there are so many issues over
4.2
there.
असं
So
घालायचंय
let me
आणि हे
just see
करायचंय.
what type of information
त्याचं
they have.
सेपरेट
So
इंडेक्स
this is,
बनवायचंय टेबलचं आणि
I
ग्राफचं.
will just first go a little bit fast and
हा आणि तुम्ही
just
त्याला
explain
खाली
more
एक्सप्लेनेशन
information. Just
दिले,
give me
त्याला
1
काहीच
minute.
म्हटलेलं नाही. इंटरप्रिटेशन
1 minute,
किंवा
because this may not
हा ते
help you
टाकून
out.
घ्या ना. हा हा
The types of data which they provide.
हा हा
Okay, I am running my parallel one another
हा
screen to just check it out.
बर.
Which particular screen would be easy for
आणि
you?
प्री व्हायवा ते कधी लावतील मग?
Yeah. So let me move to
मग
the
चेंजेस तुम्हाला कसे कळणार?
another screen first, so that I'm running on my friend's account. The, here I initially thought of
बर
discuss all these things, so I will not discuss about it.
बर बर. आणि व्हायवाला
Yeah.
तिकडे जावं लागेल ना?
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
बर.
Yeah. Now you can
कधी
see
असेल?
here there are 37 different modules
ठीक आहे
in
ठीक आहे.
EPWRF India time series database. Now, somebody was asking me the example. The
हो,
easiest
थोडे
example to
येणारच आहेत changes
understand
तिकडून. ते
the
कन्सिडरच
national
करायचे
account
चेंजेस होतील.
statistics of India. Now, you may not be knowing as a nomenclature,
हा
but basically what we are trying to do over here, the module 1
मीन वाईल
and 2
प्लॅगरिझम
actually
चेक
gives
करून घ्या.
information about our GDP.
त्यांना
When
विचारा
every
की तुम्ही
quarter,
कोणतं
every 3 months,
सॉफ्टवेअर यूज
GDP,
करताय.
the RBI or let's say
नाहीतर मग
NSSO
टर्निटिनला
or Government of
हे
India
करा, मग
comes out and say the growth
त्यांचा रिपोर्ट काहीतरी
in this
200
quarter
250
was
रुपये काहीतरी भरावे लागतात.
6.7%,
त्यांचा
7.5%, or
ऑनलाईन
the progress
मेलवरती रिपोर्ट
of next
जनरेट
year
होतो.
would be like this. So this data set about the primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary
हा मग
sector,
तुम्ही काय करा,
how these
आता
three sectors
प्रायमरी
are
ह्याला
contributing
तुम्ही
in the
हे
gross domestic
हे
product of
करा,
country.
टर्निटिनला
At
टाकून
the
बघा
same time,
तुमचं
I
जे हे
hope you
आहे
can see the second
रिव्ह्यू
module,
ऑफ लिटरेचर ते तुमच्या
which
ओन
talk
वर्ड्स
about
मध्ये
the
आहे ना.
domestic product of states
हा
of India.
मग शक्यतो नाही
It
प्रॉब्लेम
means
यायचा,
the
एकदा टाकून बघा
the one star
म्हणजे तुम्हाला लक्षात येईल.
includes state-wise data. Now,
शक्यतो
what is the meaning
बिलो
of it?
10% राहील
It
याची काळजी
says
घ्या.
that if you
त्यांना
want
किती
to
पाहिजे
talk
तेही
about
विचारा,
data of
पण
country
बिलो
GDP,
10% ठेवा.
gross domestic product, at
हा
the same time, you can get the information about the state domestic product. I hope you all are aware the difference between these
हा
two.
पुन्हा
Let me
तुम्ही
give
ते
an example which
सजेशन्स
we are
वगैरे
working
याला काहीच
currently on.
इंट्रोडक्शन वगैरे दिलेली नाहीये.
So government of India government has
हा मग ते द्या ना,
targeted by
मला मेल केलाय का?
2030 or 27,
बर
somebody will please correct me, of 5 trillion economy. Anybody is aware about this target India
हा
government has
हा
fixed? India should
ओके
achieve the 5 trillion economy
हा हा
by, I am leaving the year aside. Now, based on that,
बरं बरं
every
ठीक आहे.
state are
मला
making
करा
their
मग
own
आधी
state
शुक्रवारी
regime.
फोन, मग बघू मग.
When you talk about state regime, means you
हा
need to understand
त्याचा फोटो व्यवस्थित स्कॅन
how
करून
the
फक्त पाठवा
states
आधी.
are contributing in the country
हा
GDP.
मग नंतर हे करा. हा
It means there is a say
चालेल.
that Maharashtra contributes 17% of GDP. Sorry, Maharashtra's contribution in India's GDP is around 17%. Now, how we can find out this data set? That this data set over the year across the sector, I assume that little bit of Indian economy or macro economy, all of you would have done, and we are aware about it. Okay, this every economy has been divided into 3 sectors: primary sectors, which talks about agriculture and the mineral; secondary sector, which talks about the manufacturing; and tertiary sector talks about the service sector. And we can understand, and then these sectors have been subdivided. I can share many example or many work which we are going with the. So now what government of Maharashtra wish to contribute more in the Indian GDP. How they can contribute unless they know the data. So what they want to know at state level, what is the contribution of primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. The moment they come to know this, they will realize that which sector is contributing less and which sector is contributing more. Now, if you see, there are double strike are also there, which gives the data at district level. District level means we have a gross domestic product, country level. We have a state domestic product, SDP. At the same time, we have a district domestic product. So now, like Gokul Institute, or I am also part of the one of the project where we are trying to understand how government of Maharashtra or Maharashtra can achieve the 1 trillion economy by 2028. Now, when we started working on that, naturally I need to know how the districts are contributing. And just the knowledge, I just want to let you know, around your 7 of your districts, 7 or 8 districts are contributing 54% of the GDP of the state. Now, the moment you come to know this, you will look, which district is not contributing, which district is more contributing. And this data set is very handy over there, where I can go to district domestic product of country. Sorry. If somebody would like to raise the question. Oh, this is
सुप्रिया रोटे
online structure. This is online benefits. Okay. So this is how we talk about the national account. And Chinmay ma'am, if somebody is asking question, please let me know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, the examples which is given over here, the price indices. Every day we discuss about mehengai, etc. When we talk about mehengai, it means we are talking about the price rates over the period, over the quarters, every week. So every week data is not available for a price, but we have every month data available with us. And today only we come to know that the inflation rate has gone below up at the 5 years old timing at 3.41%. Now you want to see, okay, which particular commodity is contributing in the increasing the price and decreasing the price. These price indices are available. You can take that data, and I hope you are aware about it. This price data has been collected from 300 different cities of the country, and that distribution of which particular product is costlier in particular district or particular, we can say, data collection center, that data you can find out. So it means whatever data you need to understand which related to price is available over there. Now I'm moving to the ninth number, economic census.
किती गडबड
Why I'm
असते.
using a few
आहे
examples,
तरी पण
because so
अशी
that I
फेकायची
can
नाहीत कधी
get
आपली
you
कपडे
connected.
व्यवस्थित काढून एका
Economic
बाजूला
census,
ठेवायचे.
which talks about the
ठेवायला
economic
पाहिजे.
status of the different states, and there are many other information available with the respondent who are part of that. And the EWS category, when we find out fixing the 7 lakh, fixing the 3 lakh, basically use this economic census data. Okay, how, what is the on an average income, on an average expenditure, on an average, we can say, family size, and based on that they come up with some numbers. So this is what the economic census talk about. Then we have annual survey of industry, ASI. These are the hugely used data. And many of you people who would like to work in the industrial sector and want to understand how the different small, micro, or let's say the big industries are working, how they are contributing, what is their production, what is the number of employment they have, what is the input output ratio, what is the capital, we can say, investment they have, what the land they are having. All these informations are available in annual survey of industry. And if you go by the EPWRF, I hope many of you would have read the journal also. There is a journal comes EPW, Economic and Political Weekly. Nobody asked me the full form of EPW, so I did not reveal it, but now I'm telling you, this is basically Economic and Political Weekly. And every quarter, every week they have a book, and they produce the money supply. There are many indicators which has a weekly data available, and that data also you can find out on this time series or in the EPW journal itself. So this journal, when they provide, it is in PDF format. If you want this data in the Excel format, you have to go for the module of EPWRF India time series database. So I think there, if you see, there are really rainfall statistics in India, environmental statistics in India. So these more data set is either of macro level, macroeconomics, or social sector. You will not find data much about the market, share market, either share market or company data. For that, you have to go to CMI, Provis data. There you will find the data set related to companies, their product, their profit, their loss, their share price, their, we can say, activities, their board meetings outcome, etc. All this data set, if you are looking for, then EPWRF timesheet data set is not for this. For that, you have to go for CMI Provis data. For India level data, if you want a country world level data, there are data set available. Very costly, I'm telling you. For one particular channel, one particular platform you want to purchase, you have to pay around 20 lakhs of rupees. One panel means on one desktop it will be available. So this is how it goes about. So economic census, agriculture statistics, etc. data is available. I give a one minute pause from my side, and if somebody is having any question, please let me know.
So all these मतलब जितने भी हैं ये data, all are sharing same trait, means they are from time series.
Yes.
Okay, so are there different journals for different type of data also, like for we say cross sectional or something?
No, it is not journals, madam. It is basically the data set which you are going to use to produce a paper. So when we talk about all this data set is over the year. So like education statistics, let's take example. If I want to understand last 10 years, what number of schools have come up, number of students have passed out, number of courses have come out, number of universities has come out. So you can see that over the year, what is happening, the data set you can find out over here. Now you will say, no, I will not work over the year data. I will work on one data set on education statistics for a particular state. You can use the same data set as a cross-section data then.
Okay.
Rainfall statistic, let's say, so you will not go for the over the year. You will find out, okay, on an average, every Sunday, what average I am getting the data, I will analyze on that. You can do it. It is, sorry, good question from your side. This is the information, how you want to use it.
Okay.
Okay. So same data set, you can fix the particular year, get the average number of all these things. So one data point will be available and you can analyze it. But you will say, no, I will, there is a per day data. So these all data set have a different frequency. So like price indices, you will get data for the monthly data. Consumption expenditure statistics may be a yearly data. Household asset and liability statistics, it may be a yearly or like say within a 3 years or once in a 4 years also. So these all data set have a different frequencies. So again, coming back to your basic question, this data set is not going to give you the answer unless you know okay, what is your problem and how that problem can be analyzed. Then you should use this data set. Data set itself will not give you the answer. Okay, what analysis can be done? Like livestock statistics, it doesn't happen every year. ASI, it happens every year. Statistics of mines doesn't come in a year. It is a 3 years or 4 years.
Yes.
Monetary statistics, you may find data per week. It's all depend if share market data may be per minute data. So
So
therefore,
basically, time series means it is time bound thing, and whatever can be the period. It is not necessarily for a year only.
no, it's all depend on how the data has. If you remember, okay, good question. Now, please remember, EPWRF does not produce the data. They just the data collect from different sources as and when it is out in public domain. Remember it, repeating again. If you feel that I should not pay money to this EPWRF, so there are ways where you can collect data individually, year on year, week on week, but that you have to collect from different sources. This platform provide all information already which is in public domain in one platform, at one place, at one go, at one click. Okay. Remember, friends, EPWRF, any data sources, when you want to work on that, they do not collect on their own data set. There are a very few, we can say, companies like CMI produce a data set on consumer pyramid, CPIA. That they collect data. This is the only one data set collected by a private entity,
Yes, sir.
which
So
is not.
Abhay Jagdale sir is also having a doubt. He has
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so consensus is what type of data?
Sorry.
Consensus. Uh, Janaganna.
Census data.
Census, yeah, census.
The census data, sir, it is freely available on the website of we can say Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Freely available, sir.
This is
Yeah,
also
but
time
what type
series
of?
data,
So
sir.
what type of? Is it time
Census
or
data, if you
cross?
yeah, correct. So when you are working on one single census, it is a cross-section data, sir. Because census collected in 2021. So when I say census 2011 is basically a given period of time, है ना? You may say, sir, it is collected over the period, but within 1 month they complete the entire census activity collecting the data. But that data set is a cross-section data. Now you want to compare different census data set. It is a very, very, you can say, very ambiguous answer I can give you. Why? Friends, remember, census every year is not collected from the same place, same person, and same entity. Every census have their own census blocks. They keep on changing. Now, giving you example, if you are showing that in Pune there are, let's say, 15 census block in 2011, make it sure, keep in your mind, those census blocks will not remain same in 2021. So when people are using and comparing the census data of two different census and saying that there has been change, they need to be very careful on that. Okay, those blocks have been changed or not. The moment block has changed. Now, what is the meaning of block? It quite possible in the 2011 census, the Ond and the one Khadagwasla or Baudhan may be in the one block, block number 11. Now in 2021, like we 2024 now, that 11 block may not cover at all the Ond, Baudhan or Khadagwasla at all. So be careful on all this thing. So this is basically a cross-section data. So generally when we talk about census, we take a census data for analysis. You can talk about the broader idea. Like broader idea means what was the household size, what was the, we can say, the percentage of SC, ST, OBC. Very, very broad, we take it over the period. But generally we avoid to use them as a time series data. I hope I am able to clear your doubt.
Agreed, sir. Thank you.
So where do we use this time series data then?
Okay, so now that's why I told you. Let's somebody asked about the share market. Now you want to understand, okay, which particular indices will be going up, going down with the difference in a forecasting. So 90% time series data is used for forecasting. Let's take rainfall data. So we have a last 100 years data with us, madam. So whenever we read the newspaper, 72 साल का record थोड़ा, 73 साल का record थोड़ा, 50 साल का record, what is the meaning of it? They are actually taking care of all period rainfall and then see how the rainfall is changing. Now you are from Pune. I hope you are from Pune. And we have seen that last 7-10 years, the nature of rainfall has changed. Now how you'll come to know is basically a time series data, madam. Over the period, the, we can say, heavy instances of rainfall and the we can say the loose or let's say lazy instances rains are having slow. So Pune was known for the lull rain, will continue, tip will continue, but that has gone now. So that will give you an idea, okay, how long it has been happening and now what is going to happen in future. So basically all time series data we use for making the forecasting. I hope I have given answer to you.
Yes, sir.
Now you can ask about what forecast you want. Take the price data, madam. Now when we have a price data, we have a 300 different products available with us. And we know that the sum of the product in the particular season goes very high. Take example of tomato. Every season is a particular season you will find the tomato price goes very high and then comes down
It's
like
rain only.
Sorry?
It's rains only. In
Yes.
rainy season, the prices goes
Rainy
very
season, if you talk about we can say sugar cane production, every 4 years there's a cycle, ma'am. There's up and down. All this thing is a part of the analysis when we do the time series. I have something on that. I will come back on this. But because you asked me about example, so these are the example available for the time series data. Let me go to the what the questions you are asking about. What is the use of it, है ना? Let me just fix what is the use of it. Okay, so let me go back then. So ma'am, you are asking questions where we use the time series. So now I'm coming back to the theory part now. So what is the best way to understand what is happening over the period? Generally, we say it is a trend data. Trend means the price keep on increasing. Price increases in particular time period coming down, like when we talk about the tomato price. What is the meaning of it? We know that there are difference in the prices due to the season. there are seasonal variation. So we use those seasonal variation. Cyclical. Sometimes it is not a season, but after every 4 years, due to the production capacity comes and go up, we go with the cyclical fluctuation. So like basically in agriculture, and then in the manufacturing product, we generally see the cyclical fluctuation. And sometimes we don't know why the things are changing. Randomness. Now when we talk about some event happen, like take about COVID. Now, due to COVID, whatever the data before 2019 and whatever the data after 2022, we need to keep in our mind. If we can't use this as a time series as it is, because we have seen that our GDP has gone negative -9%. Now, if you take care of it and get the average of last 5 years, you will find the negative growth. So that is how we need to keep in our mind by using the time series data. Okay, look, is it a secular trend? Means it is a continuous trend is going either going up or going down, or due to season things are changing. Cyclical fluctuation happens. Thus, there are fixed cycles, like growth cycles are there. No country has grown continuously other than the China for 16 to 20 years, consistently increasing the growth. Otherwise, you will find for 4 or 5 years our GDP goes very high, reaches the peak, then start declining, then get the decline and again goes up. So this is how the cyclical fluctuation happens. And irregular variations actually happens like share market. Somebody just come up with some report, Hindenburg report, and market crashed like anything. So we can't, it is a random, we have no idea about it, why it has happened. And this is how we known as a irregular variations. Similarly, so when we talk about, already I have given the meaning of that. A time series data then takes a sample over time. Again, what happens over the period? Remember, in the last line or fourth line, forecasting method using time series are used in both fundamental and technical analysis. Now, this term or fundamental and technical analysis is actually related to the share market, or let's say capital market, or let's say the land market, because there all you will find the fluctuations are very high, and in those cases we need to understand how things are changing. So this is again a time series data. Move ahead. Now, I will not go in detail. Okay, when you have a time series data, how many things you are supposed to do? So just giving the some classification, you have to talk about, you have to fit the curve, descriptive analysis, explanatory variable, explanatory analysis, forecasting. I'm not going on that. So I'm not going to discuss. I will go ahead in that case. Now, what EPWRF says about it. I hope you can see the data series is available from 1950, some data set, some data set 1960s, and some data set 1970s. Here I want to say something on my institute. You will find many of the data set which is being used by either EPWRF or CMI or other data set, statista.com. They would have sat in our library and feed the data from the journals available, or government, we can say outcome, government reports are available, and then put in the presentable form. But this is how there's a hard work they have to collect. Now 2001 onwards, all share market data, I'm repeating again, all data set related to share market, all data set related to RBI, all data set related to capital market, all data set related to pricing, Government of India is publishing through their own department website. Repeating again, all data set which I discuss about it, where the frequency is very easy and collecting this data is very easy, is available on institute or departmental website. Let me just give you one example. I'm stopping this presentation and just explain what I'm talking about. Give 1 minute, so that I can discuss one-to-one.
हॅलो.
I'm stopping the
अरे
presentation.
तुला किती वेळा सांगितलं लेक्चर
Yeah,
संपत
Bhagyashree,
आल्यानंतर
you have any
उगाचच मी
question, na?
म्हटलं मी नंतर जॉईन झालो तर काय करायचं. अरे तो किती वेळ स्क्रीन
Bhagyashree?
संपत
Oh,
आल्यानंतर घे ना.
I don't know what is this mistake happens, or why it is by
शेवट घे
mistake
ना
or by
रे.
choice.
उद्या कोणाला
Now,
दाखवायचं
coming
म्हटलं
back,
तर
when I
ते काय
say
म्हणणार,
all
तुमची
data set,
35
let's
मिनिटाचं
talk
ते
about
attendance.
any scheme.
संपत कन्क्लुडेशन
Swachh Bharat
आल्यानंतर
Abhiyan,
घ्यायचं.
let's say, take a easiest example, which
अरे
was started
झाले
in
का अजून
2014.
अर्धा तास चालेल ना.
Now, you can have a
इथं
data
55
of
मिनिटाचं माझं
each
रेकॉर्डिंग
and
दिसतंय.
every activity. When I say activity means
थांब की
a
जरा, कशाला
budgetary
गडबड आहे?
allocation. So they have their desk box, we can say chart. Go there and see under this Swachh Bharat mission, whatever activities was assigned
ते
to
युट्यूबचं काय
different
झालं रे?
department at central level,
अरे
state
त्यांच्या
level,
मागे लागणार.
district level are available. Now, you want to use this data set over the period, is it time
ठीक आहे
series?
बघ.
If you want to use this data set across this, we can say sections, across section data. Another beautiful example. क्या स्वच्छ नहीं अपना आरोग्य भारत, this which we 40 crore people have been assigned, we can say part of this scheme. You will wonder each and everybody's name. I mean, the name is masked actually, but the name of hospital, the information about the beneficiary, the type of benefit they have received, the amount they have received are available online freely. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying here. So when I talk about the e-sources, because this is what I wanted to understand from all of you, 90% time we people talk about data is not available. I know the data related to companies, data related to their market, their profit, their loss, their sales, etc. will not be available naturally because the competition is there. But otherwise, data is available. So when I stopping myself here to just have few questions from you. When I say data is available, if you have any question related to a specific data, please ask it so that I will go back and again work on the EPWRF time series because that you should know. 1 minute break.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
Sahi. Yes, I am.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. If we want to collect data for labor turnover or labor in a particular industry, is it available with the that EPRW?
So when we labor statistics, when we talk about that, it may not be at the company level. Remember it, because these are not available publicly, and nobody would like to share the data. But as an employment generation, the number of employment at sector level, not factory level, is available in ASI data set. But please believe me, please.
Yes.
It takes a lot time to reach up to that data level, please.
Yes.
Why? I'm telling you reason behind it. If you have seen the questionnaire of this data set like ASI, just try to read one or two questionnaire which collect the data. They are 16 to 20 page questionnaire. And from that questionnaire, you have to identify your own variable. Okay. You need information about this variable. And then you have to go and extract the data. I will announce something in the last of my lecture today, what data set I can make you available. But let's wait for that. Yeah? So data set is available, but not at firm level. Remember it. And free ASI data is free data set. No need to go to EPWRF. It is freely available.
ASI. Is it correct, sir? ASI.
ASI, Annual Survey of Industry.
इंडिव्हिज्युअल का तुमच्या
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So actually my topic is related to travel agencies. So there is a lot of data available on tourism, but travel agency I am.
But again, these are market competition, madam. That's why nobody will reveal the data. That is a problem. When I say private data,
Like how many travel agencies are overall, what is the...
In that case, what you should do, go to those departments which register them. But that data set may not be publicly available. Things have not yet to reach where all data sets are available. But information you can find out from the RTO or wherever the registration happens
शॉर्ट
actually.
टॉप होता माझा.
Because
Yes.
without registration, they
त्याच्यात
can't do.
एवढाच होता जरा.
You can get that information from there.
तर तू चांगला
Yes.
चालला असता.
Thank you.
तुझं नेमकं त्यातनं असं पोटाची बिग अशी लग्न बनायची पोळ्यासारखी वळी.
So there is a question in message box.
बसू नको.
Okay, let me check. Let me check.
तू नाही बसणार झालं ना आधीच काय म्हणतो याचं
Sir,
जमून तयार करायचं.
even company data available in annual reports. Which data set you are looking for, Abhay sir?
पत्री बनव.
Sir, just now when you told us some data is not available due to competition, okay, what I try to say is in annual reports, entire data with YOY analysis is presented by
Sir,
each company.
agree on that. But they all are, I will say, listed companies only.
Okay, agreed.
Number one. Number
Right,
two,
right.
You may find this data set in the commerce department where they have to submit the report. But all data set is not available for every listed companies. Yes, CMI data set you will find yahoo.com, you will find freely. But over the period, every we can say company website you have to go and download it. If you do not do this hard work, the CMI data of Provis is making you available it.
Agreed. Thank you.
So, okay, what we can do, just have a 2 minutes break. I just want to have my cup of tea because after lunch we have come up, and I hope by that time you may have a few more questions with you, and I will try to answer on that. So give me 1 minute, my tea is ready. I hope you will allow me to have it, or you can also have a cup of tea at home. Give me 2 minutes only.
Sure, sir.
एक दोन तीन चार पाच पाच तास दाखवलं रोजचे. जयंता, अनुकडे एवढ्या पेन्सिल आहे, तिथे एक पण पेन्सिल कशी दिसणार आहे? मला जरा टाइम टेबल बनवायचे. छापते ना जरा मी पण ह्या. एक पण पेन्सिल नाही पोरीची. काय रे बाबा, काय करते पोरगी, मला तर काय कळतच नाही. पेन तरी चालतंय का नाही काय नाही.
Ma'am, please share attendance link.
Okay, let's start. So, any question for me? If not, I can go back and share my screen. Okay, so now somebody was asking me how and how long, how old data is available. If you can see over here, and the frequency as well. When we talk about national accounts statistics, quarterly, domestic product, annual, price indices, monthly, consumption expenditure statistics, household. Remember friends, ये जो 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, these are basically NSSO data. These are the different rounds of NSSO. NSSO means National Statistics and Organization, which collect the data on different sources. I will try to share the list of. Santoshi, are you around? Santoshi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just keep that the list of schedule actually of NSSO. Sometime we can let them know that these are freely available. Okay. Yeah, friends. In that case, if you see one part, the periodic labor force survey. Anybody in India, please switch off your mic.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. PLFS. Somebody's mic is on. Yeah. When I talk about PLFS, Periodic Labor Force Survey, I don't know. Again, the problem with that, many people do not work in this area where the data set is actually available. The PLFS data is a unique data set. Again, I'm talking about e-resources, okay? Repeating again, PLFS is a short form, is a Periodic Labor Force Survey. So it is mentioned here annual and the quarterly. Friends, this data set collected by Government of India every quarter across the country, and they try to understand the labor or employment situation in the country. Number one, from 2021 onwards, they are collecting data on the migration also, or migrant labor as well. When people are working in this different area of labor, migration, employment, type of occupation, type of, we can say, how much income they have, etc. This is a source which is freely available. And you can imagine that this data set collected by the government every quarter, and in each quarter they cover almost 1 lakh household. So somebody who says that मुझे बड़ा data पे काम करना है, so in a year you will have a 4 lakh observation. And the data set they started from 2017-18. Now it is a 23. Now the data set which is available is 23-24. 6-year data. You can work on annual data set. You can work on every quarter data set as a time series. 24 quarter data. It means almost 24 lakh household data you can find out freely. Repeating again, when I say free, it's not that easy to download. It might be easily available in the EPWRF, but when you want to use the data, you have to work hard because you need to learn how to extract the data, and you have to be very clear about the questionnaire they are using it. So this data set about the frequency, and this is how different data set, economic census, as I discussed about it, it doesn't come every year. The last economic census which happened in country was 2013. So somebody asked me the question, can we have a census as a time series? Yes, people use it as a time series, but more than time series, it is basically people use for the panel data analysis because it is across the section over the year. When you want to use this data, generally people use as a panel data known as a time series data. But data is available. Let's say you want to see about it, how asset, that's number of fridge, number of TV, number of buffalo, number of cow, number of cycles, number of has been changing over the period. You can take the time series data and with that analysis can be done. Similar, if you come down over here, we have a monthly data of agriculture wage in India, wage rates in rural India. And remember, it is a monthly data, eh? And I hope you can understand from 1995 this data set is available. It's now, so when we talk about, and again, if you do not use EPWRF data, this data set is available on their website, but extracting that data is not that easy part. That's why EPWRF is easy to use. Now talk about external sector, weekly, monthly, quarterly and annual data available from 1950. 70 years data are available. Power sector data, statistics, annual data from 50 years. So if you want to really work on the macro level and the pure economics or pure management or pure commerce, the data set is not an issue at all now. Insurance, commerce people, many times they work on the insurance data, how many people are insured, what type of insurance they have, what type of, we can say, coverage they have. All this data set is available. When we talk about the travel agencies, the travel agency data may not be available, but how people travel, road transport statistics are available from 1950 across the state. It is not at the district level, it is basically at the state-wise data. Okay, so let's move more data set which is available over here. Now rural India. So EPWRF has divided the database into two parts. One is the urban area and other is the rural area. And one just want to example to give you, generally people say these are more social science data than the management data. Friends, I'm just giving an example to you. There is a data set available about a wash. Wash means water, sanitation and hygiene. And you know which company contacted us? The company who created the water, we can say, purifier. Because they wanted to understand the marketing strategy. Okay, how many people in the country are using the unimproved water? Unimproved water means which is open water sources. They are collecting data from open water sources. And that is where they identify this is the market they have. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying over here. So any data set, how you want to use it, that depend on your problem formulation. If you can do it, you can use this data set either for the commerce problem or as a management problem. So one example I tried to give it to. So there are 22 types of data set which are exclusively available for the rural area. Why they should use it? Is useful to UG and PG students as well as the PhD students. The database is beneficial to faculty members, fellow students, PhD scholars for their research related work. So this is a basic introduction of the EPWRF dataset which is available, and this is basically the something about what time series is. Ultimate, the time series is basically used for forecasting. 90% time they use for forecasting because every business, every we can say corporate world, every industry would like to understand the next 3 months, next 6 months, next 1 year, next 5 years, short-term plan, long-term plan, about the investment decisions, about the, we can say, the marketing decision, opening the different sources, opening the different outlet, etc. All depend on the data over the period available to them. Again, when I say over the period, you will find this decathlon और आपका क्या बोलते हैं जितने भी विजय सेल्स टाटा then I'm just forgetting the name. These all they use this data over the period like anything. Which particular product is being in demand, which is not in demand, which particular segment people are using this. Telecom data, how people are using, how much time they are using, spending on the mobile, internet, which particular site, which particular, we can say, product they purchase. And I hope you, the moment you search in Amazon a particular product, immediately you come to know, okay, somebody who has purchased this particular product, they have purchased 2, 3, 4 different products as well. And this is nothing but the data which they collect when we surf on their website. So this is a data set. Now, if you want to use the EPWRF, what is the process? I know I'm talking about a dry process here because I can't show you the actual data set and you can't practice with me. But as this, still, I will try to make you understand, okay, if you want to use this data set, what process you are supposed to follow. Okay. So this is the first information you are going to get on their website. This is the first slide you are going to get. Just type it out, EPWRF India Time Series. This will pop up, and the moment you pop up, and we can say website is also mentioned over there, www.epwrfits. Again, it is a short form. ITS is India Time Series.in. You will come to that particular part, and you will, I hope my cursor is there, you have to find out your login user ID and the password. Once you click it, you will have an option to go for all different types of modules available over there. Remember, I have already shared with you the modules over here. Here also we can talk about a measured national account, agriculture statistics. All are basically window based. You have to just click that particular the logo. The moment you click the logo, you are going to reach the second part, subscription to what is the, in the particular mode or particular, we can say the data set. The next part comes over there, which has a two part. One is what? Module list. The moment you click the module list, descriptions comes. Many of the time we do not understand that this data belongs to what is the meaning of it. And once you want to understand that, the descriptions come over there. And when the moment you see the description, you realize that this data set you want to use or you do not want to use. So what is the second aspect? Select module from the module list. The moment you click the module, you will get the description. And once the descriptions are there, you can click a particular sub-module. So let's say in that sub-module, you want to talk about health statistics. Under the health statistics, you can talk about the health finance. The moment you click it and put the cursor over there, immediately you are going to get the description of what this module contains. So I hope now why this is important to understand that, because many of the time we are quite fresh and we are not aware about this data, or the nomenclature of data may be different in our mind, and the information which is available here may be in different format, different nomenclature they would have put. It is always good to read the description about the data. Okay, this data is what about it? And once you understand, you can just click it. The moment you click it, you have now many more options. Now here I will request all of you, this extreme left, this particular tree is really very good to understand. I hope you can read it over here. When I click the health modules, the first is what? Demography. Under the demography, I'm talking about population. In that case, I can talk about fertility indicators. In the fertility indicators, I have a sub. So when you click all this variable tree view, you will be getting. And this variable tree view allow you move here and there. Let's say you would have reached to the last monthly indicators, but you want to go back. You just click over there. You can reach back to those particular nomenclature. And then there are many options are available. So under the one particular module, there are different variables. Let me again stop over here. Data itself will not suffice unless you have your own research questions with you, and you should be aware about the broad parameter on which you want to work. The computer will not let you know that these are the broad parameters. You need to select which particular variable you want to use, like demography you want to use. Under the demographic, again, there are several parameters available. Under the several parameters, there are sub-parameters are available. So let's say there are age group, there are, we can say, income group, there are different years. You can select one by one, you can select all, and then the moment you select all these things, the last below para, which is at, which give the summary of selected part. Remember, what you have selected will come below. Now, if you find that this selection is wrong, you can go back, change the selection, and you can get the data which you require. एक हमारी बहुत गंदी आदत है, जब भी डेटा आता है हम सबको क्लिक करते हैं, all, and we end up in the situation where we do not understand what this data is about. So friends, first you work hard on your research problem, identify the research issues, identify the, we can say, broad topic, and under the broad topic like health modules, what health you are talking about, mortality, morbidity, select that. In that also you should know what information generally being collected in that particular broad category, so that you can identify the variables. Once the variables are fixed, you need to identify parameter. Now you can say कि sir ये word क्या है? So again, this is not the where we are going to teach what is a variable, what is parameter, but I just want to give example to you. Now you want to see the status of, we can say, industry, milk industry. When I say milk industry, means there are, the industry is never based on the input. Industry is basically based on the output. So whatever the output, whatever the product you make with the milk will be as a milk industry. Now in the milk industry, you want to talk about a thing as a sweet, or let's say some like a paneer. Now, unless you are sure about that, what you want to analyze, you need to find out. And milk have hundreds of products. So those products will be listed over here. And for each product, there are hundreds of information available there. So unless you are sure about it, which particular industry you are talking about, in that industry, which segment you are talking about, in that segment also what problem in your hand, and based on those problems, what parameter you are looking for. And at the moment the parameters are there, you will say, yes, I need to understand the sales of milk, purchase of milk, quality of milk, and then you can say n number of information, which is basically a parameters. So you first hand identify all these things, then go to this side, and then try to extract the information. If you will do other way around, you will mess up your, we can say, research problem. You will not have any answer of your question, and you will just keep on working on the data set which may not be of your use, and you will fed up after a few days and say kuch kaam ki nahi hai. So please, these information are static information. You need to identify your problem. This information will not change drastically, but your understanding will change drastically once you go other way around. So all this data set, all these things are available once you identify your research problem, you identify your research question, you have already identified a broad research issues. Then you can come over it, okay, what information is available. Based on that, you can restructure your problem, because you may find some data, some information is not available, better to skip it out and put some other information. So this is what you need to understand. So this is what the select variable from tree view. Once you select, it will come in this format. So first line, when we see result window, and again in result window, there are many options available. If you see top right, you can create chart from there. You can take printout. You can save this data for the future analysis. At the same time, you can export the data. The most important aspect is basically footnotes. Footnote gives you information which may not be exclusively given to you, but may be very important for your analysis. Just give an example to you. Today I am working on one paper of WASH, water, sanitation and hygiene. I identify all around 20 states of the country and try to understand how the access to latrine is accessible to all social category. Unfortunate part, I select Punjab and Haryana to analyze the SC category and ST category. And it was my mistake because I was not aware about it. In these two states, the ST population is almost negligible. So that population was coming zero in Punjab and Haryana. And I was shocked. How come zero value is coming? Then I went to the demographic data and see the representation of ST in these two states are zero, almost zero in my sample itself. So this is how the footnotes are very useful over there. And many of the time, because this data set is not collected by them, it is procured from different sources. Sometimes if you feel that some data is something is gadbad, go to the source because they have mentioned the source. Now, what is the meaning of source? It means data is available freely at one place, which you may not aware. So once you source are ready, go to the source and find out what source is about it. In that source, what other information is available. Do we have a reports available over there? Do we have a PPTs readily available for there? Do we have some research questions available over there? If all are available, you can use that. And then you can export the data in Excel format. This is what the data will come in the Excel format. And this is the what we want every time. Data should be as easy as available to use, so that we should not spend our much time to get the data in the format we need. Else, this is a different data set, different will come like in Excel. You can save it. There are so many macros available over there where you can download this data and attach this data set with the updates. It is a wonderful thing which they have provided. The moment they will update in their server, it will be updated in your Excel file automatically. But for this, you need little bit of some small programming macros connection so that upgradation happens automatically. So this the data set will be available in the Excel format. And then you can select variable, submit, whatever the things, straightforward process. The chart you can prepare, there are options available about the chart, but generally these charts we generally do not use because these are very limited options available over there. So generally I do not use the chart, but if you want to use it, automatically you can select a particular chart. So you can see here chart types are available. Then we have, you want to take the log of that, you can make it out, which base you want to use it, these all are available. But generally it is less useful when you in PhD, any report you are writing for your undergraduate level or postgraduate, these charts can be taken as it is. And you can save your outcome. So this is a very simple, straightforward way to extract the data and keep on working. But again, this data set will not give you your research problem. The research problem will be yours, research questions will be yours, methods will be yours, methodology will be yours, review literature will be yours. This will provide only you the data. Then again you have to find out the modeling, statistical tool, which is again a separate part. But this particular website or this particular data set will make your life easy to have data at one place in easy format like Excel. So this we can do it, and this is how the process goes on. Let me stop over here and take a few questions, and then I can show you what we can provide you as a Google Institute. We are working on making the data easily available to all of you. Any question for me? I know because I did not teach anything to you, I just share the information. You may not have many questions today, but as and when you can have any question. Yes. Sorry, it is not.
So, in any data on Make in India?
Sorry?
Any data on Make in India?
So Make in India again is a one I will say program. So in that there are several activities happens. Correct?
Correct.
So you have to go to those ministry actually, which has been covered under the Make in India. Okay, and then in each industry they have their own website. If it is under the same ministry, you will find many options available over there for each and every activity and data set, at least broad data set about the investment they have made, investment they have received, the amount of, we can say the type of project they are talking about, in which state it is happening, etc. Those basic informations are available as a dashboard there.
Agreed, sir. But another question is today it is the data will be available with ministries. Maybe few years later it comes to the institute, to Gokhale Institute. Maybe 10 years later I want to reach out to some data. I may find in Gokhale Institute when it becomes a mature data. Is that correct?
One good part now, what is happening, there are archives that they archive the data actually, though now they have a book and you are not. The government of India has come up with a data center itself where all data set, whatever is getting produced or getting collected, they are putting in one website, goe.in. You will find all older data set collected by them by any ministry. Quality of data may be some question mark on that, which is old data set, but now because the data set every department are supposed to submit the information every week, so data is quite updated. Quality is still doubtful. No, I will not say doubtful, but yes, it can be improved. But the government is working very hard, and Niti Aayog in that specifically, they have their own data sources. They have created many information publicly available. Okay, so data set no need to come to Gokhale. Gokhale you can come for the old data, which may not be available online on their website.
Archived.
But it is a PDF actually, so you will not find an Excel format, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately, state level data they provide in PDF. Why we don't know, but at least at central government, 90% data set is available in Excel format.
Right. Thank you.
We have another few 20 minutes. So, okay, now what we are trying now, just from our side now, Santoshi may come in. Can you just, Santoshi? Now, what we are trying, because at least in social science and in our the college level where the facilities are not available and we do not get the helping hand as a research assistant, research associate, or PhD student itself not get any fund so that they can spend good time to extract the data. Now, one efforts we have put on, and now that efforts has a fruitful outcome. But for process, you need to do something. Now, anyone, you can just go to the website of, let's say, NSSO, and any data set which is available there. Again, repeating, they are more on social sector, but still, somebody would like on labor, somebody would like on employment, somebody would like industry, somebody wherever, whichever data is available. We are trying to extract that data and put that data in Excel format. Repeating again, Excel format, but there is a limit with Excel. Take an example of time use survey, a very unique data set available which talks about how Indians are spending their time. When I say spending means 24 hours कैसे निकालते हैं, urban, rural, etc. 94 lakh observation. So somebody say कि sir मुझे वो data download करके दे दो. It's not possible. You have to come with us. Look, this is the problem I am having. I have identified this data set, this parameter. I am not able to extract the data individually. Can you provide me this data set? We will be very happy to provide it. Give us some time, but we will provide you free of cost. Repeating again, this free word should be very carefully listened. But when you write your PhD, somewhere acknowledgement should be required. Similarly, PLFS data, every quarter, every household level data, individual level data, whichever you want, let us know. We'll provide you. As a Gokhale Institute, extension activities. But these should be a published data from the government, basically NSSO. Otherwise, whatever data set in RBI website available, they all data set available in Excel. 90% information which is related to bank and bank activity, time series data is available on their website, RBI. Repeating again. Okay, please look these website carefully. If sometime you are not able to do that, I will share my my email and the Santoshi's email. I will try to make you help. Look, this data set is available there. You have to give us time little bit because we have to work a lot in other area, but this data set are available. Santoshi, hello.
Yes, sir.
The website, Google website, which we have prepared, can you show it?
Yes, sir.
So I hope the organizer will allow her to share her screen, her laptop screen. Is it allowed, Santoshi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can share. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. साइड वाला बंद कर दो थोड़ा सा इसका। अच्छा नहीं होगा, ठीक है। इसको पब्लिश पे लेके आओ, पब्लिश पे लेके आओ इसको। पब्लिश करो इसको। नहीं आएगा। नहीं होगा। गो बैक। नेट नहीं चल रहा है। Yeah. So I will try to explain. It is very complicated. Just can you scroll up, Santoshi? Scroll up.
Yes, sir.
Net is not working. Yeah? Okay. So if you see, friends, here, yeah, PLFS. We have provided first the questionnaire. So there are two widgets. First widget is for urban and rural both. Private bank. Again, whatever is essential to publish and put in public domain is available on RBI website. Now the profit and loss etc. would be if there we can say link that is in progress data you may find over here. Okay, let me. If you see here, instruction to fill stuff, how to collect the data, the questionnaire of first visit, second visit, we have put over there, and explanation of that is also available. Can you scroll up, Santoshi?
Yes.
And there are many papers who has used the PLFS. We have kept over there to for that understanding what PLFS data is about. And then all data set yearly, quarterly, state-wise, district-wise, individual data, household level data, all data set is available on one click. But it is not that easy to
हॅलो
use it unless you have a basic questions in your mind and
12 ते
unless you
5
read the questionnaire.
ठेवलं तर असं
So these
बसतंय
data set
आता
is only
बघितलं
of
मी कारण
PLFS. At
सकाळी
the
मी ते
same
केलं
time, we
कारण
have data
लाईटच
set about
नव्हती
ASI, the data set
तर
about
ते तसं डिस्ट्रीब्यूट
land
व्हायला
use
पाहिजेत
survey,
ना
the
तेवढे
data set
अमाऊंट
about the farmers, data set about different
तर
sources.
असं
These
केलं
all
तर ते
data set
डिस्ट्रीब्यूट
will be
होईल मग
happy
ते
to
अमाऊंट
help you out. So nobody should
12 ते
be
5 टाइम
wanted
टाकायचं
due to the
एक
data which
तासाचं एक
is
करायचं एका
not
तासामध्ये
extractable
5
with that
स्टुडंट्स
because we all
दाखवायचे
are not capable. I am not also not very much of we can
मग
say
ते बरोबर
capable of
बसते
working on R and Python, but I have a helping hand. I can help you out. So this is from my side,
पण
and
ते हे
now
होत नाहीये इथं
let's do it.
एक्सपेंडिचरला
Any
बसत
question for
नाहीये
me?
ते
Else we can pick it up.
हम्म
But one or two more thing about myself as advertisement, you
हो
can
हो
take it out.
म्हणूनच तुला पाठवलं हे
As a Google Institute, we are very closely working
सगळ्यांना
with the
12 ते
different
5
government,
टाइम देते
and
12 ते
primary survey
1
is our
ते 2 2
forte,
ते 3 3
making a
ते 4 4
questionnaire.
ते 5
Anywhere, a basic understanding you need,
म्हणजे ते
not
बरोबर
work. I am
बसते
not going to do anything work. Any
19
basic understanding you
19
have,
आणि
in the
29
questionnaire
30
you have
31
prepared,
असं
we
घे
can
मग
help you out. Santosh is there. Data collection, we can help you out. So these are the something which we
पण
can
ते
help.
बॅचेस
Our
8
PhD
मुलं
students
केली
are
आहेत
quite, we can
8च
say,
केली म्हणजे बरोबर बसतंय ते
we
त्याच्यामध्ये
get work done from them. So they are
सकाळी
also quite,
बघितलं मी माझ्याकडे काल पेन ड्राईव्ह
I
मध्ये
will say,
घेता आलं
the
नाही
better than
हा
the
हा
PG student once they spend 1 or 2 years. Any
हा
help you
उद्या
need,
ये पण तो
be in
कॉलेजला
touch with
परवा
the
सुट्टी असली
Santoshi
तर
and
बोलता येणार नाही म्हणजे
with
ते
me, and we will
फायनल
try to
करता
help
येईल
you out.
हा
About Stata,
चालेल
SPSS, EViews, any software which is
काय करतोय
where to reach. It is a Google Institute. Let me write down my. I am very poor,
हा
maybe
हा
taking time on
कशासाठी
replying because unfortunately the workload is really high.
बरं
But at least I will try
ठीक आहे
to get the work done through either
हा नाही
Santoshi
आता
or
उद्या
few
ये
of my
म्हणजे
other
उद्या मला ते
students who
बोलता
can
येईल
help you out.
म्हणजे
I
ते
have
मला
put my email address
बसवायला
here.
सरांना सकाळीच बोलले, सर म्हटले लगेच तुम्ही सबमिट करा बिल म्हणजे सँक्शन करायला.
Else,
हां
up to you.
ठीक आहे. हां हां
So,
ये 10:30 पावणे 11
Dr.
पर्यंत
Lord,
ये.
if
हं,
is done, I can
हो
pack it up
चालेल.
from my side.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Participants, anybody have question? So we will conclude the session. Okay. No one. So this is an incredible session by Dr. Anurag Asawa.